Hello and welcome back to the tiny amount of cash park, which is where we're at, you know. Yeah, look, 711 game euro bucks 60, and we are only making like a good 2 grand a month. And then we also have to pay like at least I don't know, 500, 700 to expenses, basically, you know, like research stuff. Yeah, we're not doing that great when it comes to our cash flow. We might want to improve things a little bit. Now, I'm saying that, you know, but basically our food and drink sales and shop sales together pay for our staff. So really, all I have to take care of is like running costs and lands are, you know, these the figures are my expenditure basically. But yeah, our finances are in a little bit of need of help, but I know someone who's gonna help us out with just that, and that someone is, oh my good lord, that's not okay, what did I just go to? Time in the park, 30 minutes. Cash spent. What ride? Doesn't say which ride I've been on. My goodness. The retro box, that's what I went on. Okay. And for the rest, I went to the bathroom. And then I didn't really go anywhere. Bought some popcorn. COD precondition. Yeah, that's anyway, yeah, you know, I saw myself like this. I was like, wait, what? That can't be me. But in any case, we need to welcome guest 932, because he's gonna spend all his money in like one go. No, I'm just joking. Yeah, I don't know, but Marwa Luigi wanted to be in the park. You are in the park right now. Welcome, mate. Now, as for the rest, what we need to do is a quick vandalism / dirtiness check, which we seem to pass all right. And for the rest, we need to get up like a plan with how to get money without having to spend quite a whole lot. I think the only real option that we have here is to get rides that we know will have like a good speed, you know, good turnover rate basically. And that are not expensive. Well, I mean, these are pretty decent, you know, like quite a few of these rides are pretty good. This is also pretty good. This is rather quick, same with this one. But I also feel like we'd want a gentle ride in there, you know, to basically add to the mix. So let us get like this slide, for example. I think this is a solid choice. Yeah, something like this, you know, this will do. It's not the biggest expense in the world. And it should add... Oh, nice. At least that works out nicely. Oh, and you know what I also see, by the way? Is I totally had my brain melting last time when I did not set up the paths right. I'm not entirely sure if, you know, redoing them will remove the benches, but I believe it does. I can safely check this out though. I did what now? Yeah, it does. See, it does remove the benches. For me, that's not really worth it. I mean, you can say I have OCD with certain things, but this is not worth it for me. So what we'll do is we will add more entrance fee price here, like a full $5. Max 5 people, single per admission, and booyah. Open and charge monies. Why don't we call this? Yeah, we call this accountant. No. Why don't we call this? Banana accountancy. No. We should call this the cash whiz. Because that's basically what I hope that this ride will be for us. It will generate loads of money, I hope. At least it is like a pretty good throughput. Look, see? There's just one going each and every time. Yeah, I don't know. We'll see. At least, you know, we need to color it different as well a little bit. I don't know if I'm improving stuff, but is this better? It's not really, is it? No, that is definitely not adding. It's not adding anything. Well, it looks kind of okay. You know, the good thing is this is making like a constant stream of money stuff. So with this constant stream of money stuff, I feel like we are gonna need this right here. Now you might notice that I'm on purposely keeping the backline free, because these are pretty high rides. So I don't really want to get into trouble if we want to build coasters here that need to have like a dip over here. If they need to go up, that's all the more, that's all the better for us, you know. But if they need to go down, well, you know, I don't want to run into trouble. So, as for this can have like 30 people going on it. I want this to be like this. Yes. Perfect. And benches again. Now we have jet skis, probably one of the worst research things that the game could give us. Oh well, we don't really need it. Now we're not really helping out our goals here either, you know, because we need to get the coasters done. So far, that's not happening. Can we call this the... Oh, we're gonna call this the black. Why don't we call this the card and gamble, like that. Card gamble. There. It's a bit of a mouthful, I have to admit, but this is will hopefully get us like even more money in the pockets. Also, the black is not black. Can you reverse it? It's still not black. I like it better like this though, but you know, it's still not black. It looks like a blood art like this. Also, is it me or no? It's not that bad. It is a little bit dirty, but still. Now, as for like money, how are we? Oh yeah, look. That's definitely helping out. You know, just slamming down a few of these rides. This is helping. Let's add one more. They're not that expensive either, so we can definitely add like one more here. This seems good. Is it? Yeah, this will be good. We can get away with the ride over there. It's not really the problem. It is one lower though, and I kind of need this one to go straight around the corner. So we do need to do a little bit of terraforming here. I mean, we don't need to do this for the exit, but for this piece, it is needed. So there. And then the exit path will basically be quite long, which is good because this also gives extra room for benches. Now, I'm pretty sure that this area will not be covered by any of our existing handy dudes. So I think it would be clever if we actually got ourselves a handy dude here. And you know what? I mean, we're slamming down all these rides and whatnot. Do we really need a second mechanic for that though? I feel like maybe we don't, but We do need a handy dude. I mean, there is no denying that we need a handy dude here. And since this is a little bit dirty, we will... yeah, like that. Because now he also has like the, the dome here covered. So. Anyway, ooh, the rain is also pretty good, because that will actually help us get some umbrella sales. No, alright. Maybe we should call this the... why don't we call this Razor Jaw? This is a little bit of a lame name, inspired by how it looks, but wow. I mean, is it? Oh crap! No wonder everybody wants to go on it. You charge $5 for the full load. Balls! That's some easy money I missed on like the first... Well, actually, there's nobody in it. We didn't miss a thing. But all the guys who were in the queue already before they could enter, they will feel cheated like crazy. Oh well, how are we gonna paint job this? For starters, it's not gonna be red. That I know. Maybe like this? Well, does not look good, does it? I kinda like that. But with like the razor jaw, we want the red teeth. So let's do this, and then instead have like a green arm. I mean, I don't mind the black foot plate, that's okay. So yeah, this is what we will have. Great. Now, how is our finances right now? Look, we're making 3,000. We have not really gone up in staff expenditure. I've only hired one handy dude extra, so basically all we're doing is we're not really improving our expenditure, but we are drastically improving our income. Now, to finish this yellow coaster, as that's the aim, we kind of need a little bit more money. I think to finish this, I don't even know what type of coaster it is. Let's like that type of train. Let's have a look at what type of coaster that is. Am I seeing it right in that it is actually like the steel twister coaster, which is like so expensive that it's almost more than 5,000? Yeah. So to finish the yellow coaster, what we need to do is we can do a little bit of work on it, because we still don't really have this somewhere where it can return towards the well, anywhere there where it won't collide with like another coaster. How is the track height here? We should be able to get away with height 4. This will be height 2. If we go up from here, we should be good. Let's see if that holds truth. It does hold the truth. Oh, nice! Nice. Right. From here on, we can basically do whatever we want with the coaster. Now we have like the free roam design. Not that it is any good in its current stage, and not that we have the money to finish this, but in its current state and design, it is at least good enough to... Also, how's your inspection? Oh, okay, it's good now. Oh, nice. Alright. Yeah, so to get more money, huh? I think what we should do, and this might seem like truly cheesy, is we really need all the research that we're doing. I'm starting to wonder it. Also, over here we don't have music. And we have music over here. I feel like putting this in the corner might not be such a bad idea. There is no path leading to it though, but... Maybe if we build it over here. Let us do this. Let us build this over here. And then let's just have like a little bit of a dedicated path to it. So we basically extend the path network a little bit. That means expanding and also like rather big on like our infrastructure. I'm cool with that though. We can basically go till here, I feel. Yeah, okay, so that's not great. We definitely don't want gas to wander around aimlessly, like you were doing. Are you gonna get back onto the path? You're not. I'll help you a little bit. I mean, else he would have kept losing himself ever so great. Now the thing is, we can basically build stuff here. I don't really intend to build much there, you know. This is mostly just an excuse to get this done here. Wow, did you see that? He could airwalk. Did you see that? He airwalked his... Oh, wow, it's like magic. I saw it happen. That guest airwalked his way out of there. No way. Our guests are magicians. So that's a good queue size. It's a little bit long even, but you know, I'm cool with that. Let's go with like full set of rotations. Okay, let's go with the full set of rotations. I mean, I don't really care about park rating either, so if they stay in long in the queue, for me that's okay, because what it tells me is that the you know, that's all money waiting to pass into my wallet, basically. That's my view on this park, you know. I'm really here for guest happiness and performance and whatnot. Not. We should. Why don't we call this the Sith? No, Sith of Sins. That's pretty cool. Now let's have this just be in the classic colors. Are these the classic colors? I believe either yellow or red is classic. So. Now you also have like high-speed versions of these, you know. Those are usually more like yellow, but now till this really becomes dirty, we won't get a handy dude here, because this is like such a gentle ride. We don't really need cleaning up of mess over there like straight away. What we will do though is, no, we already have that. I want the Garvitron basically. Garvitron will also be like really nice for our park. And I believe that what we can... Game, are you gonna let me? Like, I want it over here. Yeah, that's good. Because what we can do right now is connect it with the exit like directly. So if we do that over here, and we then leave quite a bit of room here for in between stuff, we might even be able to resurface with a track of a coaster here in this gap in between that we're leaving. See, this is all planning ahead basically, so we're doing a good job here. He says about his own work. Do we want this over there? What are we gonna say? I mean, I don't really see the point in not trying at least this. Yeah, this seems about right to me. So. Good. Now, right at the start, you know, we shall open this up and have absolutely no income whatsoever, because nobody in his right mind wants to go in a metal thing going upwards when it's raining. So what we're gonna do to save ourselves on money expenditure is we're gonna not open this right at the start. How about that? I think that's pretty clever. Now we already have the problem over here, I believe, where people don't want to go on it. I'm not sure if it's because of the rain or because they're not paying. They're not gonna pay as much. It could very well be the I'm not paying as much train of thought. So we'll have to see. Let us get this a name. I think what we should call this is why don't we call this Shibuchi Unleashed? I don't know what Shibuchi even means, you know. It's probably a thing. But that sounds good. Orange, maybe like this turquoise. Maybe with like a little bit of a lighter blue in it. It's cursing a little, you know. Oh, this curse even worse. Maybe we go with this lighter version of it. Yeah, that's good. And then what we can do is we can go with like the darker orange. Like this. That actually looks bad. Maybe brown. Yeah, brown's good. And now that it's dry, we can basically open it up and do not pay the running costs for it. However, I also see that the... Wait, hold on a second. Yeah, the prime impurity, that's not popular anymore. Wait, is it? People still go on it. What are they thinking? Yeah, no, look, I see the payment thingy, so we will lower this to like $2. And people go on it again. Good, great. This is what I want to see. I also see our coaster queues just constantly filled up, so it's also good. Slowly but surely, we're turning this park around, you know. The bad finances that we had, I mean, this is during rain. Yeah, we're pulling it together. And you know, staff wages still at an all-time low. I love it. Shall we also, whilst we're at it, add like the roto tower to our arsenal? Because the roto tower is like really quick. I think it's a clever idea to also build the roto tower. Now, I'm fully aware of the fact that we are basically filling up a lot of room and terrain here where we would be able to go into the underground. So maybe it would be clever to leave a space in between here, just for the eventuality that we do go underground. Which around this tower is not such a bad thought. By the way, if we are really clever about this, and we actually move this structure over one. Over here. We do this, and then we're really, really clever. Okay, so the structure is too high. That's the message that I was looking for. This is what I want to hear. Let's see. As for this queue, we probably... I mean, if we just place it over here and have this connect up to here, have the exit be... The exit should be here, because this is covered by handy dudes. So let's have the... Yeah, let's go like this. I think this is clever, you know, if we go like this. There. And then this should be... Now we are on the same height as this path, so we can't really go too close to it. And leaving some space here again is good for going into and getting back from the underground, which we're gonna do with coasters at some point. Coasters for which we're right now accumulating money. That's basically the strategy here. we're just taking the easy cash grabs basically. And I love it. There's not much here to set up, right? Okay. In that case, this is how it's gonna be. The good thing is that the moment we extend our path like by 2 tiles, we can wiggle in like a tiny ride here. But I'm not sure if we're gonna do that. This might be like one of those points where our coasters go to the underground a little bit. So we'll leave that open for now. We'll see what we fill it up with. Roto drop number 1. Let's get more creative and call this one Mjolnir's Return. I mean, Mjolnir, I believe, is a hammer. I don't know how this holds any relation to a hammer, but still, it's the return of Mjolnir. Right. That's for the paint job. Okay. No. No. We can go white with golden. Does that look golden? It does not. If we go over here, does this look golden? You know, those things have the gold look. These do not. This looks golden-ish. Yeah, this has a little bit of a gold look. And then the grey, yeah, the grey is good here. Or, how does this look? Yeah, this looks even better. Oh, white. How's just plain white? No, I actually like this more, you know? Oh, well, just white. Yeah, white's good enough. Good enough! Okay! Well, what do I see over here when I look in the left, bottom left corner? I see that our money situation is rather improving. We've been saving up a little. Shall we see how far we can get if we continue building this coaster? Now, I want to know a thing. What launch options do we have? Okay, we need to make a lift, and that's the start of this coaster. This is a crazy expensive one too. Also, what are our eggheads doing? Oh, they're still let's go. Right, so about this coaster, I believe this is the most expensive one that we have at the moment. Yeah, it is. I mean, the wooden one that we finished already was... And it's actually the vertical one that's like the cheapest one right now to build. It is probably the more clever thing to do is to finish this black one. This one. And that's also a challenge, because how exactly are we going to get out of like the mess we've created here? That's easier said than done. I think what we should do is, I mean, we've made sure that we will make it back to, you know, that the yellow coaster actually is like, can be built valid. So I think it would be more clever though for our finances that we continue with this black coaster. So let us do that actually. So this is height. First of all, it's a matter of escaping from over here. And that too is anything but easy. Am I able to? I am able to. Right, so this is actually... okay. Also, I don't want to start researching roller coasters by accident, so I'm keeping an eye on it, I guess. I think this is a good start though, and since we can... Yeah, okay, we can only lift this like this. Now, here's the problem. If we want to go... Could we be able to go through this? No, because we have like a tiny curve here. That's a bit of a shame, isn't it? Seems to be room in here though to go like straight by. That would be cool. Now this is the pitfall with this coaster. It is just because you can go up this high so easily. It is basically like really easy to have this get really expensive really quickly. Also, we are above the footpath currently. Just so we know where we are, you know, in case we got lost. That means that we are like right next to over here. So if I were to say I want to go here and then do like an alright photo section, because we need money, you know. We cannot live without it. We also have vertical loops on this. Helix up large. Now, just out of curiosity, this is 270. With, you know, if we had like 2 of these, then it's a, okay. But this is apparently 555. So it is exactly the same in terms of costs to get like another, you know, to get a helix piece. It's good information to have. What I would like to try with this, this is really tempting. It's not allowed though. It's a bit of a shame. We can't really go much higher because then we'll run into, yeah, well, then we'll run into the coaster. And it doesn't work. I mean, how? Really? We can't? Is that really? Yeah, no, that's really. That's a shame. I mean, if we lower the path a little bit, then we can. Shall we do that? Shall we just, because I think what I did here was just like a quick and lazy move. Let's just lower the path here. I feel like that's a clever idea on our part. Come on. Look at how clever we are. You can be gone. I did click it, yeah? Yeah. Ta-da! How easy can it be, right? Nice, okay. Back to the construction of this all of a sudden possible loop. How cool is that, right? And then how cool is it to go up a vertical like this? Now I'm not entirely sure, but all of a sudden I'm thinking like we make this drop, that we then go over here through this loop. Aren't we like going a little bit too fast for this? We'll see. I'm thinking that what I want to do right now is already work our way backwards. And with that I mean... hold on a second. What exactly? I'm not entirely sure, but we might be pulling a little bit too many G's right now. I'm thinking we might be like really pulling extreme G's here through this loop. We'll see how it turns out now. First of all, I just want to see what happens if we return it back to the station at this stage. So that's another thing we need to take care of. How is the return? Maybe I'm seeing this wrong, but I think that I just lined up. Just ever so slightly wrong. With this though, what connects it? Right, this is purely for testing purposes. We can expand our tracks, not much, but we can expand it from over here. Maybe, you know, go above here, and then do like a drop before we return it over here. That would be cool, wouldn't it? If we were to able to go down. And then curve, and then return to the station. Oh. My goodness. What did we do with this loop? Oh my goodness. I don't know. I'm not entirely sure. Say what now? You say what now? Look at this! Oh my goodness! We have like this ultra simple, really extreme coaster, and it's good. I'm almost inclined to leave it as is, but that's too easy for me. It is also one with like multiple trains. Can we illuminate these trains? If I say I want one, close it already, would you? If I say I want one train, okay. Of course I don't, but say what now? I mean, if we let us see what we can do here. I'm curious. So we know it will pull away from this track here rather nicely, so we can definitely work with that. I kind of also, you know, because we have to do like another 2 coasters after this, like the 2 more expensive ones. I kind of want to leave this area open for them, especially now that we know that the other coasters in the bag already. Just do a simple. Yeah, hold on a second, because would we be able to? This would be really cool if we can pull this off. Seems to me that we're just 1 tile off. I would have loved to be able to go and then just basically resurface over here, you know, and go up again. Because I believe that the pizza. Wait, I saw a Pizza Hut somewhere, but now I don't anymore. Yeah, it's behind here somewhere, but if we would be able to go like above here. Ooh, I think we might have an issue somewhere. There are apparently, oh yeah, okay, I see. I have a point, they have a point. Oh, it's because I redid the pathing over there, or the path, yeah. Oh, before I forget. Good. So we had the good finances, but oh my good lord. Do we need a guard? No, it might be that we do. It's not looking so good here, is it? Which handy dude has like this in his area? You, and that's a rather big area. Shall I? Yeah, okay. We're gonna hire assistants for him. And that's gonna be solely this area. And this. Just to keep things a little bit better cleaned up. I'll have to admit it was bad. You know, it was really bad. It is not anymore. We have quite some vandalism though. Yeah, well, you know, I think we got most of it fixed. But yeah, anyway, like I was saying, I would have loved this, but that's not gonna happen. So then, in that case, we basically want one straight. How high are we exactly again? At height 10. That's a shame. This just doesn't cooperate nicely, unless. Do this. Oh, this is actually this is giving me an idea. Now what we can do here probably. Where exactly are we building? Oh, it's over here. We need to get over there. We come from height 19. We don't even go into the underground either. I just now realized this. And from height 19, I mean, it's all nice and good to go like over here, but in reality, what I basically want to do is something like this. Because the pace on our coaster, it's not going to be that great. It will probably make it up here, so it's not bad to go even one further. Yeah, and now we need to start thinking about lifting. So, how high could we go exactly with this? I don't want to go this high, by the way. That will be the death of our guests. I don't mind killing them just a little. It can't be too much, alright? And holding brakes for drop, yes. Wait. We want this to be like this. And then this will basically translate in like a piece of the right height. In fact, it can be even a little bit lower, because what I'm trying to do here is trying to line ourselves up for like this curve to return it back to it, because then we have like at least a little bit more you know, cool stuff in there. It's a little bit difficult though. I think we just have a little bit more room for like a vertical section. Well, this turns out to be true. Now, how exactly are we? We're like miles off. This is like a difficult approach, but I think we can solve this. Just look at this. All right. Okay. If we can. Okay. Wait. Wait. Ice. It's a little bit of a challenge to really get it in the proper position, but what I'm thinking of doing here is something like this, and unless I am mistaken quite badly, yeah, I'm one off actually, so it's okay. This should, oh yeah. Now, just to make it a little bit reasonable on, I guess, let's break it to like, I don't know, 49. Wait, hold on a second. This means, yeah, we don't want more coasters, so we'll go with the gentle rides. Guys, I think this is a much cooler coaster. Let's just do like a quick test ride. It will be quick anyway. And we might as well start setting this up with like the proper pricing. Owen, what do you think about $7? I mean, we know this ride to be good enough, right? I just never expected this to be even possible, you know? Like really, like game, like how can you let this loop pass at such a high pace? I'm really surprised by that. Now this should also be like a pretty nice one. Oh, nice. And then down. Don't know about the G's. Have we made it worse than before? Oh, the spike is still in there. Oh my goodness. Oh yeah, look. We hardly improved anything, but at least we have like a cool coaster design. I take it. I open this one right now. We shall call this... nip it. Say key. Zip it. There. This is like some kind of fancy street talk type of typing. Which I think is cool. Nice. Now, do we have people going on it? That's the question. Will there be... Oh yeah, look at that. Queue's instantly filling up. Look at that. Yeah. Nice. Alright. Are we gonna leave the colors as is? I don't really want like such a big black track in the park. We can have it be black, you know, that's alright. What if we make this like a bit more bluish? And what if we rip out the purple poles and make them just like this? And I don't mind the red car in there, you know, that's okay for me. It's just, you know, the whole blob of black and purple supports, I just like it. But anyway, guys, what we have done effectively is we might have fixed our money situation just by going ham on the easy cash grab rides. And then, you know, getting at least one more coaster finished. And this is such a good one because it has like 3 cars and they can have quite a few guests on each car. So yeah, I think we're in a pretty good position to finish this park rather quickly. Maybe even next time when we play more Rollercoaster Tycoon.